There are so many videos on YouTube, including here on this channel, that talk about which credit cards are the best, like the best cashback cards or the best travel cards and so on. But today I want to go in a slightly different direction and talk about what I personally consider to be the worst American Express credit card available in the UK. Because I think having this card actually puts you at a disadvantage, especially so if it's going to be your first Amex card. And to be fair, it's going to be my personal opinion, which I'm going to do my best to explain throughout the video, but obviously you may still disagree with me. So a few days ago, I was doing some research for one of the next videos here on the channel, and by the way, here on this channel, we talk about anything and everything related to credit cards, airline miles, hotel points, and how all of that stuff can help you get amazing travel experiences for a lot less money. So if that sounds interesting, consider checking out some other videos on the channel later and maybe subscribing so that you don't miss future stuff. But anyway, so I was doing research for one of the next videos, and as part of that, I needed to come up with some advantages for each of the Amex cards. And when I got to this card that we're going to be talking about today, I was like, wait a moment, I cannot come up with a single reason why I would recommend this product to anyone. And just to be clear, I'm not talking about the basic card here, because Amex does have something called the basic card, which is a free charge card which you can spend your money on, but it doesn't give you any additional rewards or benefits. And that's not the card I'm talking about. I'm basically telling you that there is a product in the Amex lineup in the UK that I consider to be worse than the basic card. If you want to just pause the video right now and leave a comment down below with which credit card you think I'm talking about, it could be kind of fun to compare notes later. But alright, the card I'm talking about is the British Airways card from American Express. It's basically a free card that gives you 1 Avios per every pound spent. You can also get a welcome bonus of 5,000 Avios if you spend like £2,000 in the first 3 months. And then if you hit £15,000 of spent in 1 year, you'll also get a companion voucher, which gives you a 50% discount on the number of Avios that you need to book a reward flight for up to 2 people. The only catch is those flights can only be in economy and only on British Airways, Iberia or Aer Lingus. So on the surface, it doesn't sound bad at all, right? I mean, it's a free card, it gives you Avios, it gives you a companion voucher. What's not to like? Well, let's look at these benefits a little bit closer. First of all, the 1 Avios per pound that you earn is a pretty standard rate. For example, the Barclaycard Avios, which is also a free card, earns you the exact same, but it is a MasterCard, which means it's going to be accepted more widely than Amex. Also, there is the Amex Nectar card, which earns the equivalent of 1.25 Avios per pound, so 25% more, and it's almost free. It's basically free in the first year, and then it costs £30 per year from year 2 onwards. So then what's the point of getting the BA Amex card if, the Barclay card is more widely accepted and the Amex Nectar card actually earns you more Avios and both cards are roughly in the same price range? Well, the BA Amex card has the companion voucher, right? Because the Amex Nectar does not have that at all, and the Barclay card requires you to hit £20,000 of spend in a year to earn their equivalent of the companion voucher. So it seems like the BA Amex card could be a good option for someone who wants a free card that earns them Avios and then also can give them a companion voucher to make their Avios go further while not requiring crazy high spending thresholds to do so. But is this really true? Is the BA Amex really the best option for that? Well, let's see. Basically, to earn the companion voucher, you need to spend £15,000 in a year on this card. And if you do so, you're going to end up first of all with 20,000 Avios, basically 5,000 Avios from the welcome bonus and then 15,000 from your spend, which if you are spending your Avios on travel, and you should be getting a value of at least 1p per Avios, 20,000 Avios are going to be worth £200. And on top of that, you get the companion voucher, which in theory should double the value that you get out of your Avios because, it gives you a 50% discount on the number of Avios that you need to book a trip. But in this case, it's a little bit tricky because this version of the voucher on the free BA Amex card is restricted to just economy class, and it is generally kind of hard to get good value out of Avios on economy flights since they're not that expensive to begin with when you book them for cash. But don't get me wrong, if for example you need to fly on peak dates and you manage to find Avios availability instead of buying, an expensive cash ticket, you can still get a decent value out of your Avios, but it's gonna be a little bit harder. So let's say you manage to do that and you use your companion voucher, which essentially doubles the value that you get out of your Avios. So that way, out of the 20,000 Avios, you manage to get £400 of savings. So what do we have so far? It's basically a free card that if you play it correctly, is going to give you like £400 of savings in your first year. So why am I saying that this is a bad card? Am I like crazy or something? Well, the thing is not what this card gets you. The thing is what you are potentially missing out on because of this card. So just for the sake of it, let's compare this to the British Airways Premium Plus card, which is the paid version of the Avios card from Amex. Basically, this one costs £300, but it gets you a lot more Avios and a lot more of a companion voucher. So again, looking at this in a little bit more detail, if you were to spend the same £15,000 on the British Airways Premium Plus card instead, that would give you, first of all, over 80,000 Avios, because first of all, there is a welcome bonus there on that card that very regularly reaches 60,000 Avios during promotions. And secondly, you would get like 22.5 thousand Avios for spending £15,000 on this card, because it gives you 1.5 Avios per every pound spent. So a total of 82.5 thousand Avios, which again, if you're spending them on travel, are going to be worth roughly £825. And then on top of this, you get a companion voucher. And this time the companion voucher is not restricted to just economy class. You can use it to book into premium economy, business class, first class, and moreover, it gives you additional Avios availability in business class, which makes it so much easier to find reward seat availability. And again, since with the companion voucher you have a 50% discount on the number of Avios you need, that essentially doubles the value that you get out of your Avios. So 825 times 2 is going to be 1650, £1,650, minus the £300 annual fee, and you are still well over £1,000 in profit, as compared to the free version of the card, which just gives you £400 of value, and even that you would struggle a little bit to get because the voucher is restricted to just economy class. So I guess my point around the companion voucher specifically is that if you are after the voucher, then the paid version of the card may make a lot more sense. But what if you are new to the world of Avios and you just want to dip your toes and you don't really want to commit to a credit card that costs £300 a year? Wouldn't, in that case, the BA Amex card, the free one, be a good way to just get it, use it, earn some Avios, see how it goes, and if later you decide to pursue the companion voucher, then you can upgrade to the paid version, right? Well, the thing is, while the BA Amex card is free in terms of the annual fee, it does still come with a cost, and that is the opportunity cost, because holding this card basically disqualifies you from getting the welcome bonus on the British Airways Premium Plus card in the future. It's due to how the welcome bonuses from Amex work. You basically can't get a welcome bonus on every single card since they're targeted at new customers only. But I do actually have a separate video that I'm gonna link down below in the description that talks about welcome bonuses specifically and gives you a strategy of how to maximize the value you get out of them. But anyway, for now, what I'm saying is, if you want to just, dip your toes with credit cards, reward credit cards, and Avios, it may be actually a smarter move to start with something like a cashback card or the Barclaycard Avios or the Nectar card instead of the BA Amex, just because those cards don't disqualify you from welcome bonus in the future on the British Airways Premium Plus card, which is like widely regarded as the best premium Avios card in the UK because of the powerful companion voucher that it comes with. So that way, not starting with the BA Amex card with a free one kind of lets you keep more of your options open for the future. And like I said, there are lots of other alternative free credit cards that are just as good. And by the way, here's a separate video where I talk about the best beginner credit cards specifically. So do check it out. And also, I'm more than happy to be proven wrong about this whole BA Amex card. So do let me know down below in the comments what you think about this. And in the meantime, thanks so much for watching today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.